96 alone by 13 seconds. I think Samantha Freiberg's goal for this weekend is that meet record, and I have no doubt in my mind that she can run 2:45. I have absolutely no doubt. I've watched her run a 800 Yale, watched her run various races all throughout the season. If there's anybody who's run through this state, since Lambie from Bromfield in 2003, they can run 2:45, it's Samantha Freiberg. I want to see this happen on Saturday. I think she can do it, and I hope she goes for it. And I think that's it. I mean, the 1,000 features 1 million girls, and by 1 million I mean 8, under 3 minutes. And that's going to be a Jocelyn. So you can make an argument whoever you want between 2nd and 8th, but there's no argument as to who wins the state 1,000 meter on Saturday, and that's Samantha Freiberg from Acton Boxborough, the Yale-bound senior. She's going to win it. She's going to win it in close to, if not the fastest time in the history of Massachusetts. And I cannot wait to watch this race. And I don't know how you can even say anything other than what I just said.
But man, you know what? I was shocked. I wasn't shocked, but testament to Coach Shaw, testament to the grit of the Wildcat girls. Elsie O'Leary, Elsie O'Leary has the foot speed. If you would tell me this was a mile, I like your girl Hurley. I like the girl from Woburn. I like her strong, but Elsie O'Leary she has the foot speed. Yes, Freiberg ran 2:10.
2:10. 2:10. I love Allie too. Trust me, she's one of my favorite athletes, but not going to win the 1,000. Sorry, Al.
Freiberg takes a shot at the 2:45.
I think so.
Elsie O'Leary is on her back for the 4 to 5 laps, and we'll see what a lap to go. I think O'Leary's going to be with her.
We'll see how aggressive it takes out, and we'll see who's willing to go with them. And that's going to be something to watch. And then as we go to the 300 here, we'll watch Alfieri, the top seed, under 39 seconds, unreal. That's why I wondered if she'd run the dash to begin with. Maybe just want to focus on making sure she's that state champion of the 300, because she has a lot of people on her back. Even though she's almost first seed by a second, we'll see what happens. I mean, Madden from Oakmont is run fast.
Yep.
Vasile, of course. Ignami from Beverly. Stefan from Wachusett. And then Anna Jordan Henry, who didn't have the best race of her life, from Wellesley, last week at D2, who lost to the girl from Beverly, can certainly challenge, if not win, the All-State title in the 300. So we have to make sure we do our due diligence in looking at not only the worst seed in the first heat, but everybody underneath below them. We will see what happens, but 300 is much more wide open than the seeds suggest. The defending champion sitting in the 2nd seed, and the defending runner-up sitting in the 3rd seed. So even though Alfieri may look like she has it all cut out for her, and she might win this one easily, she's going to have some challenges from the people right behind her. And I'm not going to say who might win this one definitely, but I'm thinking that Vasile may have the double in her. I think she may be able to come back and outrun these girls.
Wow.
I think that might be something that's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's funny you say that. Last week in divisionals, they went back and forth. Kyla Hill and Stefan went back and forth. Madden and Alfieri back and forth. You touched on a few segments, like who runs what. But if Chloe focuses on that 300, we're going to see meet record. She focuses on the 3. Madden, I like her shot. She runs an excellent 300. Not taking nothing away from the girl. Her and Ava, they're coming back next year. So is the girl from Beverly. But this is for the senior. I think Chloe's going to run phenomenal. I think we see meet record. I think Madden, Vasily, you guys said it. Those type of athletes, the trials don't really. I think Chloe can just wrap her head around the 300, where Alyssa and Ava, they're gonna just be focusing on so much other things than the 300 will be like their 4th, 5th time running that day.
Yeah, I mean, Alfieri comes in under the meet record seed wise. Certainly is the favorite, but we'll see who can challenge her down that home stretch at Reggie Lewis come Saturday.
And then how much does Stefan and Jordell Henry get valuable points for their teams?
Exactly. Absolutely.
In that run.
And then, so we're going to move on to the 2 mile, which is a drastic change from the from your dearest speed when it comes to the 300. Jacob Stasi from Ms. Pelham is the #1 seed. She's the 3rd overall finisher last year. To me, your winner, Caroline Barry from Newton South. I don't think there's anybody can touch her. She's a smart racer. I've watched her race all season. I've announced her racing all season. Nothing against Sophia. You're a fantastic runner, and she knows it. But I think the tactical aspect of this race will come into play. And I think that there's no one other than Caroline Barry who can handle running that type of tactical race, because McChesney, bar none, is a tactical racing coach and will be able to tell his athlete what needs to be done in order to win that All-State Championship. Of course, the 2 mile is also one of the most variable races. A bad lap or a bad quarter mile can cost you a race. If you're not feeling it that day, it's all blown up. So Rothman from Littleton, Gabby Lawrence of Shepherd Hill, and of course Jacob Stasi from Ms. Pelham are also people who will be right there as this is happening. But I think that if all things being equal, if everybody's at their strength that day, no one's going to beat Caroline Barry in the 2 mile from Newton South. I'll take your silence as a concession.
Because Sophia Jacob Townsley, I just know she's a very talented runner. Like you said, we're not taking nothing away from these girls. Everyone who's made it to all states is an amazing runner. You ran well in your league meet. You ran amazing in the divisional meet. Now we're at the all states. This is the creme of the creme. The top runners in the state. So just to give you a round of applause for just making it here. But when it comes down to the X's and O's and strategy, I'm going to have to tip my hat to Caroline Barry and Coach McChesney. I think that, like you said...
And of course, this is going to change if Barry also runs the mile, and she's a little bit fatigued. I doubt she runs the mile because of Jenks in the mile as well. So I think she's going to run the 2 mile fresh, and that's why I think we'll talk about team favorite later, but when I mention McChesney, at that point, you'll know why. What do you think about you? Anything else for the 2 mile for you?
No. I mean, all these girls have phenomenal seasons. It's on. You gotta see what happens on Saturday.
For me, as we move to the relays before we get to field events, that 4x2 between 2 teams, Andover and Natick. I don't think any team can beat them. Andover had a flying away victory. Traffic less in the Division I championship, running 1:43.84. Natick had a little bit more of a challenge. Still not as much towards the end, but had to battle a little bit more leg to leg, running 1:44.78. But I think both of those teams battling head to head. It's not going to be as much of a difference between Andover and Natick then, but I think those are your 2 teams. I don't know how you could argue any other way. Every other team, except for maybe Wellesley in this field, ran their A team at the Division II at the divisional meets, and that's what it is. I think Andover and Natick will battle handoff to handoff, and we'll see who has it in the final leg. And it's all about sort of traffic and getting out in front, and we've seen a million times how just getting out in front and staying away from traffic behooves your 4x2. So those are my picks. I'm not going to pick which one wins. I think actually Natick is a stronger 4x2. But of course it's just technique, it's handoffs, it's whatever comes up. So one of those 2 teams will be your All-State champions come Saturday.
Massachusetts in the mix again. This is the foreign run at anchor leg. We'll see.
We'll see. It's a tough mix, but still making up almost 2 seconds is a tough thing to do on a 4x2. 4x4, 4x8 for the girls rather. This is a close one, and this is a tough one to do because I know a lot of teams have run their fresh teams. I know a lot of teams have run their best teams. So we'll see what's going on here. If I had to pick about who's going to be able to run their fresh team without having to worry about an all-state title, Franklin or Newton North. Those are my 2 teams. Those are teams that they're going to scratch kids from individual events, or their individual events didn't make it.
Yep.
Those are your 2 teams. 9:35 is fast. I think they're on a fresh team basis. There are maybe 20 teams in Massachusetts who can do that. Of course, not all on Saturday, but it's going to be a really close one. Newton South, even doubling, can come close to that. You're going to have teams like Tewksbury and Milton and Natick. If they have Grace Connolly, run 9:27. So if Grace Connolly can run a relay this weekend, despite her absence last weekend, There's no one that can beat the Natick 4x8 team, and that's something to look out for.